Okay, hi everyone. So this is Gizem. I'm so thrilled to host you today. So today we are hosting Seth Ward, our solopreneurship and bootcamp instructor. And actually what we are doing right now is that we are organizing Turkey's first Digital Nomad Festival in Alanya this October. It's going to take place between the 14th to 19th of October in Alanya in Angelic Hotels. So actually, Alanya is a place where freedom, entrepreneurship, community come together, and it's actually a hidden gem even in Turkey. It's actually what I say, it's the Bali of Turkey. And for almost a week, for 5 days, we are going to come together with the solopreneurs. Uh, oh, sorry. Let me open up the camera. So, Seth, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we are going to come together with the solopreneurs, freelancers, and digital nomads from different places. And actually, it's at the heart of Mediterranean. It's near Antalya, in a different place where the history, culture, and nomad culture come together. And the nomads will going to learn, connect, and co-create. So, Seth, you're the highlight of our festival with the solopreneurship and AI bootcamp because we wanted this to be a very practical thing for people. When they come together, we wanted them to start learning, start creating their digital products, their actually apps, and we wanted them to learn about the AI thoroughly. So, what would you say for this? Like, why did you decide to design an AI bootcamp specifically for solopreneurs, and why this Nomad Festival?
Well, I'd say that solopreneurs and small businesses are really well positioned to get a lot of benefits from AI because you're kind of running everything yourself, from marketing to customer service, creating content for social media and newsletters, and having to do the admin and basically everything. So if you're doing all that stuff, I don't think AI is just a nice to have. It's absolutely essential because you can save so much time. You can do the work of several people, and it just makes life more easy and more enjoyable as a kind of business person. It's a force multiplier, and it lets you compete with much bigger players in your industry or in your niche. But most AI education out there is either it's too technical, or it's just too wishy-washy and theoretical, and it doesn't actually show you how to do anything. So I think that solopreneurs need just practical tools and information that they can implement straight away. Um, Secondly, I think nomads are very adaptable. They embrace new technology. They're building businesses everywhere. They're not scared of new tools. And often they are a little bit technical and trying to kind of implement software wherever it can help them. And that's the perfect mindset for getting the most out of AI. And then as far as Alanya is concerned, I've not been yet. I'm really looking forward to getting there. But when you're at a festival, when you're away from home, and away from your normal routine, wherever your kind of current home is as a nomad, you're in a mindset of possibility and adaptation. You're ready to learn new things and kind of implement them and change your habits and routines. And you'll be surrounded by a lot of other people that are in the same mindset, and that's a real kind of collaborative factor that I think will really help people to get a lot out of the things that we're going to teach.
So you actually like already told us whom this boot camp is ideal for, like the digital nomads, like the people who doesn't even know how to code. But the question coming to my mind, like even if I don't know how to code, Like, how can I get into the content? Like, what will I learn to make me feel better that I can use the AI easily? Because, like, for the coders, it's actually there are a variety of resources. But for the non-coders, the AI seems like only the place where you can ask questions and get the answers. So, like, what's the solution for this?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is ideal for people that have never coded. If you can use email and Instagram, you've got the skills to do this. All you need to do is be able to have a conversation with a human, and instead you'll be having a conversation with an AI assistant effectively to get what you need done. But it doesn't matter whether you're a solopreneur, a content creator, a consultant, a coach, you know, anyone, regardless of technical skills, can benefit from this. But um, by the end of we're having 3 days focused on what I'm going to be teaching during the festival. But if you come with an idea, with a problem that you could build a software solution for, then by the end of it, you'll know how to build that solution. Depending on how complex your software solution needs to be, you might even have the full solution built by the end of those few days. But whether you have it completed or not, you'll be able to go away from the event and have the knowledge and the skills and the expertise to be able to continue with your journey with AI and to be able to complete that process.
Okay, great. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the content and the structure of the bootcamp?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we're going to have 3 days focused on the AI content, and on that first morning, um, we'll just start easily, and we'll demystify what AI can do. We'll make it simple, and I'll show some examples of what can be achieved with some AI coding skills. Maybe how to think of opportunities in your own business, or if you don't have a business yet, how to think about ideas for a new business, um, and just get you into the mindset of thinking a little bit like a software developer would, without the code, just thinking how to solve a problem and how to break it down into smaller pieces. Um, every afternoon, you'll have time to yourself to kind of implement what we teach. But yeah, by that first day, you'll understand the possibilities. You will have kind of created your first very simple piece of software using Claude, which is the AI that we're going to be using the most, or potentially Lovable, which is a very simple web-based AI coding tool. On the second day, we'll get really into actually creating some code, how to create a plan around what your software needs to do for you or for other people. And that really helps to succeed with a software project is knowing exactly what you want it to do and what it doesn't need to do yet. We call it an MVP, which is a minimum viable product. And so that's just the first basic version of some software that will actually solve the problem in the most simple way you can think of. You'll get some time to really build out your initial solution in the afternoon again. And then on the third day, we'll be talking about how to finish, how to polish, how to fine tune what you're building. And we'll be talking about some more advanced techniques that can really turn you into a superpowered developer. So this is, things like getting a database in there so it can store information, and how to save your code into a platform called GitHub. You don't need to know what the platform's called really, but it's where developers save their code, and it lets you pass on to a developer if you want to turn this into a project that other developers would take on. Or if you want to switch between one AI tool to another, it lets you do that really easily. And we'll think about security and safety for, if you're handling other people's information, or if you're handling, money and payments, just the, some of the things to think about before you kind of go away into the wide world with your new software development skills. So we start off really simple. And then day two, we start developing a little bit of code after we've done some planning around what the software will be. And then on the third day, we'll touch on some more kind of advanced techniques that give you all the tools to go away and continue on your journey.
So another question coming to my mind, like the people who are only a member of, let's say, ChatGPT, or like, I don't know, Gemini or Grok, would they need a membership for different platforms, or would they learn new AI tools and new AI platforms?
So you can do pretty much everything that we're talking about on those platforms that you mentioned. Um,
Hmm.
if if people are doing more advanced projects, then they might want to, if it's a medium level project, they might want to get a subscription to Lovable, the Lovable platform. Or if it becomes even more advanced, if it's a bigger project, then absolutely we recommend a Claude subscription, because we would be using Claude Code, which for me is the best AI coding tool out there. But it depends on what people's projects are. Be ready to potentially, subscribe for $20 a month to one of these other platforms. If you haven't chosen which AI tool you're using yet, I do recommend Claude as an all-rounder. I much prefer it to ChatGPT, and definitely prefer it for making software. Um, but we can tackle that on the day once we know more about your particular projects and problems that you're trying to solve, and I can guide everybody in the right direction at the time.
So great. Just what I'm thinking is that Alanya would be a marvelous place for that. We have 5 days, and 2.5 day, or almost like 3 days, is going to be with the boot camp. So we will have the chance to get our ideas into MVP. So AI would be our co-founder. But apart from that, we will have the culture nights with the nomad culture of the Anatolia.
Mm.
We will have the gala under the stars. We will have the Mediterranean Sea and the like best of the Turkish food. And actually, what we will have is we will have a lot of well-being activities. Plus that, for the solopreneurs, I think motivation is very important, because like you are building your app, you are building, scratching your project, and you are getting into a startup, but you are working alone. And what we say here in Turkish Nomad Fest is that solo doesn't mean alone. So we are forming a circle all together, and I'm sure that being a circle will enable us to support each other as well. Because when you're using the chat GPT, you always think that you're into the technology, but I'm sure that there will be other people with different skills, and you would guide people through this boot camp. I think it would be a good start for people who are non-coders, who have ideas, who have different business projects. And would you like to say or add anything else?
Um, just that I can't wait to get there. Yeah, it's going to be good, and there's going to be people there to help you. It's been fantastic the previous times we've done this and taught people, complete non-coders. The moment that you see AI just building something for you, just because you've asked it to do it, and you watch the code appear, and then it presents the solution, just it's a bit of a jaw-dropping moment for people. They go from being a little bit scared of it and uncertain and confused to just saying, "Oh my God, so I can do this, I can do this, I can do this." And it then becomes the biggest challenge, then becomes deciding what to ask it to do. So it's really cool. We had one Italian guy at a recent event, and he'd never built a website, never done design, never coded before. And on the third day, he created a website company. He found 4 people that wanted websites. He built those websites in one afternoon. And he told us this at breakfast the following morning on the fourth day. It's just incredible. And that's just one story
Yeah.
from many where people are doing incredible things now with their newfound coding capabilities.
Yeah. So inspiring and so exciting, and we are also like very happy to host you. Like it's going to be the first one in Turkey, but you've already been into different nomad fests from different places of the world, so I think it's going to be a blast. I don't want to take more of your time, Seth. We will have a lot of days together, so thank you for being with
Thank you.
us, and so excited to see you. And also, I would be one of your students as well.
Can't wait. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.